So I can just start whenever then. Alright, sounds good. Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting night of PMA LCS preseason action. Today's matchup is going to feature two amazing PMA LCS teams, Labby Dabby Doo versus Legends on Tap. And now we're going to introduce you to the casting crew that you got tonight to help you through tonight's festivities. Doing your play-by-play tonight, it is I, the man who takes the carry out of AD carry, Mr. Win Lane Lose Game himself, Vitadesis. Providing the sexiest color casting you've ever seen in your life. It is the king of control mages, the Annie aficionado himself, Jumper J.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Oh man.
And doing our streaming and spectating for the night, it is the guy I couldn't make up anything for, Chad Penguin / Mousecop come home / Mousecop.
The center of all memes.
Welcome to a fantastic night. We are gonna have so much fun. I am ready. How are you doing tonight, Mr. Jumper J?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a solid day of solo queue. I'm excited to, ruin the rest of my voice from the hype earlier today. So let's do this.
Oh, if anyone's gonna ruin their voice here, it's gonna be me.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, you are the one that's gonna be talking more than I am.
Oh yeah, let me tell ya. So, how do you feel about tonight's matchup in general?
Man, okay, so this is going to be the Achilles heel for me here. Like, I don't know too many of these players individually. I know Biscuit Hat pretty well. I know Kitakaru, or however you pronounce his name. I know Sir Everett's. Kitakaru. I know Sir Everett's. I know Panic at the Top Hat. But outside of like the wider roster of the teams, like I have no clue. I am full, just like shower my plate with expectations because I have no idea what's going to happen.
I'm kind of in the same boat with you. Although, I will say, we got some Province 37 repping over here on, I believe that's, that's Labby Dabby Doo. That's Rafal in the top lane, and Biscuit Hat on support. Those two brothers repping Province 37. But besides that...
Bros.
Oh yeah, JJ Bell's Province 37. Turn up. They got a Province 37 bot lane. That's nuts. That
team synergy is gonna be on point then.
That's at least that Central Illinois synergy, bro. All right, and so now we're gonna be getting straight into this draft. That's gonna be the Fiora ban thrown down from Labby Dabby Doo, and looks like an Echo ban being hovered in response from Legends on Tap.
Yeah, hold on.
We're getting things straightened out with our pro drafts.
Yeet. Gotta love the good old PMA LCS. Are they in the, they're in the reverse side.
Yeah, they're in the reverse order. Hold on, I'll pop that up on stream in a second. Whoops. Okay.
So we got Fiora, Vel'Koz, and Echo. Are we rolling with this, or are we gonna swap it?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're fine.
All right.
Wait, we rolling with this? All right. I have lost the pro draft link.
What?
Hold on, I got you. Where are you at? There you are.
I've lost the pro draft. Help!
So Labby Dabby Doo's banned Fiora and Vel'Koz.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. They're on the wrong side. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna reset.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
we're not rolling with it then.
That is true. That screws draft, actually. So.
Okay. This is...
So nothing. I got nothing.
Alright. Here, hold on. I got you with the correct link now.
Right. Hello, stream. We are currently sorting out some technical difficulties right now. Thank you for your patience.
Alright. Imagine the bans will remain the same.
Ah, perfect. All right. So Echo Band going to be coming out right away for Legends on Tap. Very standard band. Definitely targeted towards this as Lugo. Don't want to have to deal with that Echo. Very scary proposition.
I'll already pop this up.
All right. Hold on.
Oh. Man, this is fantastic. Ree!
Oh man. So how bad does this screw us over? So what you said that's for This Is Lugo?
Yeah,
Look.
pretty sure. But it looks like we're having some more pick ban fun and games. God. All right, have we done it? Have we done it?
Did we get there? Are we there?
Oh,
The overlay. Ooh.
oh my God, ladies and gents. Maybe someday we'll finally get a legit draft.
Maybe. Oh man.
You know, in the meantime, Mr. Jumper, what is your favorite burger restaurant?
My favorite burger restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh man. I'll tell you, I got I don't know if you guys have had it before. I know Chad Penguin has it's called Cookout right now.
Ooh,
This is,
Cookout. Tennessee
Cookout's pretty
classic.
good. Yeah. It found its way to Jackson recently, and so since I'm broke and everything there is basically $5 for more food than you can eat, I've been
That is
chowing down.
Hell yeah, Cookout, solid option. But for my money, if I'm feeling like I can afford it, Five Guys, solid option. Yeah, it's pretty
All right.
okay.
Hook me up with another pro draft link here, because apparently we're on a different one than what I've got here.
Yeah, speaking of drafts, we've been bantering about burgers, and it looks like this draft's already underway.
Yeah.
As we see the Echo and Caitlyn bands coming out for Legends on Tap, and Labby Dabby Doo are going to be responding
There
with
we
Fiora and Vel'Koz bands.
Biscuit Hat getting banned away on that Vel'Koz. He's got it in his tag and everything on the client, man. They're going to ban it.
Away from Labby Dabby Doo.
Let's see. Caitlyn's pretty safe ban. Get rid of a safe laner.
Looks like we'll be seeing a Kaisa ban in response from Labby Dabby Doo.
Hyper carries.
No one likes hyper carries.
Yeah.
Truthfully, I don't think Kaisa's that scary this patch. She has one of the lowest win rates, but there's been this
The
new build
Sejuani
popping
picking
out
up, though.
recently. There's been this new Kaisa build popping up recently, as we see the Sejuani locked in, where you go Infinity Edge first, and then you transition into a Rage Blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems a little weird on her, actually.
It's very weird, but it works. And especially if you get the option to do a Blade start in the lane, you can get your evolved Q like really fast.
Yeah.
It's like 80 damage, and it scales like way better than Death Dance does. You see the Sivir picked up from Labby Dabby Doo. It's the PMA LCS special in the bot lane right there.
I guess there's a little safety behind the spell shield going into the Sejuani ultimates and such, but I don't know if do you think they is this a signal that they prioritize less in their bot lane since they're picking their AD carry first?
I think it's a signal they're prioritizing towards getting him something that he can play and do fine on. I think they're expecting their bot lane to go even, if you know what I mean. So they want to make sure he has the options to get a safe pick, and then just let him chill bot and scale up. And we see Lee Sin also picked up for Labby Dabby Doo. No surprise there.
Good Jinx. Okay.
My man Labyrinth 1898 at Lee Sin. He loves his Lee Sin. I won't lie.
Man, there's a couple good Lee Sins running around the PMA LCS. I know we had to get one away from your boy last night too.
Oh yeah. We don't talk about last night. It's the reason I took the carry out of 80 carry.
All right, we got the Zillion pick coming in too.
We got
Nice
Jinx
protection
Zillion.
for the. You think it's a support or you think it's a mid lane Zillion? Either one seems really fine right now in terms of like the meta, at least in solo queue terms.
I could see all of them being. I could see either of those being completely like viable, and I don't think I think the whole purpose of it is probably as a flex pick. So that way, based upon what gets drafted from here, they have either the option to take it mid or bot. With that Sivir Braum lane locked in, it's very likely you could see that Zilean perhaps go bot. However, the spell shield from the Sivir means Zilean won't be able to perhaps do much, and Jinx doesn't necessarily have the best matchup into Sivir either. And with that Braum all-in pressure going to be looming over them, neither of them have that much escape. I don't actually think you'll be seeing the Zilean support this game. Then again, what do I know?
Doesn't make for the safest lane, that's like you said. But, I mean, there's always the potential of them just playing safe, playing back at their turret, not trying to be aggressive against that lane whatsoever, just waiting for their jungler to act on them. Zilean's okay at enabling ganks from his jungler, so...
Scary part, though, is Labby's Lee comes down.
Yep.
Be a big uh-oh. Get either one of those kicked back into their team, it's going to be a good night. We got Vladimir and Alistar bans being thrown down from Labby Dabby Doo, and the Rumble ban from Legends on tap.
Right.
Like we got Swain ban as well from Legends on tap.
There's some spicy like match histories for the guys. I took a look a little bit ago and just seeing the spread of champions. Like there's not a I guess like a consistent theme amongst everybody's champ pools.
Yeah, that's definitely very true. I think out of this draft, really the only one he could consistently hammer down, perhaps, as a likely champion that he would definitely be playing would be Labyrinth 1898 on that Lee Sin. I'm sure that does not come as a surprise to anyone in this chat who is returning to the PMA LCS. And we'll see the Urgot 4th pick for Labby Dabby Doo. Very safe laner, hasn't been nerfed yet. Arguably the strongest top laner right now.
Giant stat stick.
One big beefy boy.
Giant stat stick, capable of enabling a lot of stuff. Okay. All right, I like the Shen pick. Okay.
I'm thinking Shen support.
Yeah.
Shen support actually with a strong matchup into that Braum, as he's able to throw down his W and protect his. He's able to throw down his whatever anti-auto attack field, whatever the hell that thing's called.
Yeah,
and it'll protect them
passive for a little bit. Yeah.
Protect them from the procs on the Braum stun, which especially with that Sivir, with that Sitter. Oh yeah, Lux in the Zilean mid. It's gonna be a farm lane if I've ever seen one. Resident Sleeper, bro. Oh, it's supposed to be Malzahar.
Okay.
Like, that's so spicy. Alright, so then that's likely going to mean Malzahar mid Zilean. So it is probably going to be a Zilean support then, unless we see something weird like unless we see something weird like Malzahar support. That'd be weird.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not going to be the case there, unless they're just really trying to take everybody on the left wing here. But yeah, no, Malzahar into Lux. I think it favors Lux, at least in the early bit. But I mean, depending on what happens with the junglers, that can change very, very quickly.
That's very true. Lux does have the range advantage in that lane. However, not much kill pressure on that Zilean. Not necessarily able to do much of anything. And the Zilean, especially once he starts picking up that Luden's first item, double bomb clear on the back wave, means neither of those lanes is going to be doing anything.
It's Zilean support, though.
Oh yeah, literally
just covered that, man.
Jesus.
Okay.
All right.
As always, controversy in the PMA LCS. I love it.
Luckily, it does make sense, though. Like you said, Lux strong matchup in the Malzahar can definitely shield some of that poke from the Malefic Visions, and that Lucent Singularity really good at just having such an AoE that you'll likely hit both the Malzahar and his Voidlings at the same time.
I think this definitely comes down to the amount. This is definitely a jungler's game right now. I think whichever jungler puts more impact on the game will definitely sway the lanes. Lux has the ranged matchup, but if Malzahar gets any amount of support from his jungler, which Lee Sin, or no, yeah, the Sejuani, yeah, the Sejuani, yeah, no, that could it goes either way. But just talking flat out isolation, I think Lux wins for the early bit.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Now, And you look at both of these lanes, both mid and bot able to be affected very largely by that jungle pressures. Jinx, Zillion, both squishy picks. If Labyrinth 1998 can perhaps find some way to sneak into that bot lane past those wards and just give them the sweet dickens, it's going to be painful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. It's going to be a positional battle down there. If like one person steps out of position in that bot lane, that Braum's going to capitalize. So what do we got?
All right. So looking at these comps here, if we look at LDD's team comp, I very much think it's definitely a team comp of good stuffs. Braum, very standard support in team play. Lee Sin, reasonably high priority jungle right now for those who can play it. And Urgot, just all around very meta top laner, and Sivir, probably arguably the most meta of these scaling crit carries right now.
Yep.
And
never go wrong by having a go button on your ultimate. So
absolutely not.
Definitely something that the team comp for LDD will look to utilize. They don't really have a straight up just go in button outside of Sivir, so she's going to be the center of a lot of their team fight.
Yeah, 100%, but you turn it over to Legends on Tap's team comp, and you have a lot of lockdown. You have a lot of lockdown with that Sejuani, that Malzahar, and the Zillion double bomb, and Shed Taunt.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be a back-to-front style fight. Jinx is going to be the majority of their damage, but they definitely have the peel to take care of her and make sure that she's not getting messed over by a Lee Sin or any spicy Lux flanks that could be potentially coming out there.
Yeah, easily. I think if this Jinx really focuses on her positioning in this game, there's not going to be that much Labby can do to her, short of just forcing a better fight against the other 4 members of Legends on Tap and wiping the team before they have the chance to respond. Because while Jinx doesn't necessarily have the most amount of peel, because she has Zillion's ultimate and she has Shen ultimate, which are both really good at saving her. She doesn't necessarily have any buffs, any shields from, say, sensor supports or enchanter supports in general. But I'm thinking against LDD's team comp, that's not going to matter because they don't really have anything with specific targeted carry lockdown, like, say, a Vi Lissandra comp or something like that could really get onto that Jinx no matter what and take her out of the fight. It
definitely depends, like I said, on the Lux Binds. If a Lux Bind hits a stray Jinx, then that Jinx is gone. That's going to be the only form of lockdown. So.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I feel like if they can keep those flanks warded up, there's nothing Lee Sin's going to be able to do to reach her in the back line.
Mm-hmm.
And with that Malzahar pick, that Lee Sin tries something shifty, and he's over a ward. As soon as he ward hops in, he's just going to get CC'd. He's just going to get CC'd and destroyed by that Malzahar ultimate.
Yep, that's the thing with Mal's. You got to pay the tax. You got to get the items to get rid of that ultimate, or that ultimate's just going to isolate you all game long and prevent you from doing what you want to get done.
Got to pay your Malzahar taxes, boys. Fun times. It's almost like paying your Skarner tax in a way.
Yeah. Skarner, I miss that champ.
I don't.
You know what? You don't like getting just ultimated and drug into the team?
Bruh, I'm an AD carry main. Anything that involves me dying, I don't like. And because I'm an AD carry main, everything involves me dying.
I mean, yeah. So, you should be desensitized to it at this point. That should just be one of those things that you relish and you take in. And you're just like, I'm ready for this all the time.
So
find some joy in the sickness of your own death.
So if I'm singing perhaps on my vocal cords all day long, do my vocal cords become desensitized to singing, or do they become more sensitive after I'm done singing? I think most of the time the answer is they become more.
So now we're talking about the difference between physicals and emotional pain. I imagine your death as an AD carry is more mental and emotional than it is physical, unless you are actually self-harming every time you die.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, some people that play this game, dog.
Oh, man. Yeah, no.
Ooh.
Folks, take it real. Folks, take it real.
Folks do. Alright, so before we go into this... Oh, wait. No, we still got the spectator to let us snooze through after this. Oh, Christ, man.
Oh, Lord.
Well, at least least my chills are gone. The only chills I'll be experiencing now are the chills of excitement and anticipation for this match to get underway.
Just start throwing my body is ready memes all over the place.
My body is not ready.
Oh man, you know,
I see the talent on my screen for like the umpteenth time. He's 5-1 because my mid laner's doo-doo. Let me tell you, my body is never ready.
you know, Talon's becoming an insta ban for me right now, man. That champ is he's really good right now.
I don't even know how good he is, but in general, there are just a lot of mid laners that really aren't. In general, it's just not really a mid lane focused meta right now.
Mm-hmm.
Has a lot to do with power picks in the top lane, stuff like that. Although I wouldn't say it doesn't have that much to do with the top lane, except for Urgot, and that's probably going to change next patch.
Yeah.
And bot lane, it's like Lucian versus Ezreal interactions, and if you're feeling like playing Sivir, you can do that. That's pretty much what it is. It's great.
Well, certainly you'll at least see a little bit more in the way of more AD carries with the item changes. I know I've seen more Caitlyn a lot lately. I've seen more Jinx. Jinx got that attack speed buff on her W, so that's always nice to have at least. They're not ignoring everybody else and just saying, hey, Lucian, Ezreal, run wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will go on record as saying the crit rework didn't actually fix any of our itemization problems at all, but at the same time, reverting it to pre-rework at least made it so I can play certain crit champions, and I don't want to shoot myself.
Looking like Misfortune is also still an okay pick right now too.
Misfortune's always a good pick.
Have
Pretty
you
disgusting.
What are your opinions on the crit Misfortune that's kind of creeping back up now with those changes? Do you think lethality still holds? I think that's really the go-to build on her still, but folks have been playing her crit a little bit.
I think crit's strong. Your ult can crit, and also one of the things that I really like messing around with is Conqueror Misfortune.
Oh, okay, that sounds spicy.
Yeah, because you get into the game, and then like you just wait for your Conqueror to proc, and then you drop the ER combo on them when your Conqueror is procced, and then you just melt them. And
right.
with crit being really good against like the tank line, when you combine that with Conqueror, that's really spicy.
Okay.
So if you're playing against, like, I think that could actually personally, I think that could actually be viable against, say, like a team comp of multiple tanks. Now, of course, the issue being if one of those tanks has any CC, if it's something like Malphite that can get close to you and interrupt your ultimate, well,
yeah.
Why'd you pick Misfortune in the first place?
I mean, at the end of the day, you're still just standing still pressing R, so...
The champ's literally an ult bot. It's so boring.
That's why I love her.
Alright, so, before we get into this game here, let's make some predictions. Who do you think is taking this game one?
This game one, oh man. It's so hard to say right now. Let me look at the comps again. Man.
We get this load screen here.
There we go. Alright. I don't know, like, if you're asking me to play on one of these teams right now, I'm wanting to play on This Is Lugo, Labby, Rafal. Like, I enjoy their comp more. Their comp, like, I guess it doesn't, like, I wouldn't load into solo queue and I wouldn't feel about this. Like, I would definitely want to be on this side. I think this comp has the edge overall, especially if they get some picks going. I would like to say that they're going to win just based off of a comp perspective of what I would enjoy to play with.
If we're gonna go into that sort of analysis. If I'm looking at Legend on Tap's team, the only way I'm having fun is if I'm Kitakaru this game, bro. Everything else looks so boring. That sounds so. Speaking of boring, can't wait for some mid lane action. Oh, we got Paiza here pausing at 5 seconds, by the way.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, we good to go? All right. So we're gonna unpause. Ooh.
I'm not in yet.
Alright. Just tell us when.
Riot Games. Fix your client.
Riot Games. Ah. I love Riot Games.
Alright, I'm in.
Alright, perfect. So.
Let me get it there real quick. Alright, I'm at 5.
All right, so I don't want to spoil it for you guys. After we unpause, you're gonna see something cool. So, all right, we're gonna unpause in 3, 2, 1, go. Wait, game
It crashed. It crashed. No. No.
Like we're having some technical difficulties on the side of our streamer this
It
game.
crashed. All right, screw it. We won't do that yet. We'll just wait for next time.
All right, so we gotta interrupt the game then.
Yeah. Just pause and I'll catch the stream up. It's fine.
All right.
That's unfortunate. Trying to update the quality of PMA LCS and the game crashes.
Do we have a pause point we want to wait at?
I'm at 103 on the stream. If that's
We're at 103 on the stream. Okay, I'm gonna move to 103 right now then. All right, perfect.
overlay. Okay, we're good. Unfortunate.
Big rip. So it looks like the fancy stuff you guys are all going to be seeing in this game is gonna be Chad's crap breaking. That's what you're gonna see.
Lol.
PMA LCS production call, by the way. All right, so are we ready now?
Yeah. Where should I pause? Just tell me.
Let's go to 10 seconds.
10 seconds. All right. Going all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I can't. I don't know if I can go back that far because I just.
Oh, because.
Where's
Yeah,
the farthest that you can go back?
Let me see. I can go to exactly 1 minute.
All right, we'll do 1 minute.
Exactly
there.
1 minute then.
1 minute exactly then. All right, everyone here?
Yep.
Yep, we're here.
Perfect, we did it. All right, and go in 3, 2, 1, now.
Okay.
All right.
All right, and so we are going to see some very basic starting arrangements. Both teams fanning out, trying to check the points.
Wait. What the? Okay, you go. Keep going. You're fine.
All right, and looks like we're gonna be seeing blue buff start over here from Labyrinth 1898 as we see with top lane and account just chilling up here. Gonna ward that pixel brush, ensure that Sir Everett's blue buff doesn't get stolen away before we get into doesn't get stolen away here.
Couple lub taps in mid lane. Malzahar getting the E down. And they're just farming waves.
Yeah, dude, Malzahar is the best. You walk up, you press E.
Gotta love it, gotta love it.
You can't fail. It's some quality gameplay.
Fun and interactive.
Fun and interactive.
Looks like Lux is
gameplay.
getting the early damage in though. She's getting those passive procs going.
And you don't want to mess with that Lux level 1, as that Malefic Vision's not really going to be dealing that much damage early. Look, top lane account and
already done a lot.
yeah, look, top lane account and Rafal getting some trading going. Fall going to be dropped about 2/3 health right here. Account sitting pretty at around 90%. And we look bot, we see some action going on down here. Your Moose throwing some bombs on the Biscuit Hat, getting those spell thieves procs. Looks like it's all quiet on the western front right now. Sir Everett's going to be taking down the Scuddler Crab in top lane. Labyrinth 1898 going to be clearing that red buff right out. And Labby going to be walking into this jungle. He's immediately spotted out by that ward and going to be pinged out. Likely not gonna be doing much in the first few minutes of this game, just because they know exactly where he is, and all their laners can play accordingly.
I'm interested to see how this top lane develops. We've got Shen's already chugged all of his pots, or got sitting on all of his still. There's potential for some shenanigans to happen up there if Shen takes a couple bad trades.
Some shenanigans, baby. That's what I like to see.
Lux is looking half health, below half health right now, but Malzahar has no mana.
Ooh, good trading by Account going down, but Rafal gonna throw him back into his minion wave, get some nice chunk damage with his combo. Account's gonna be taking rather low, and yeah, this top lane could easily swing in favor of Rafal very quickly here. And in the solo lanes, a lot of trading been going down in general, as we see Panic at the top hat sitting at 25% mana already, and Lugo sitting at around a third mana. So yeah, definitely. Sejuani coming in mid though. But Labyrinth 1898 here to respond. Sir Everett's gonna get binded, and he's gonna have to flash away.
Yeah, excellent response by Labby. They just have more damage on the early bit there, so that's just excellent movement.
Yeah, that's definitely excellent movement. And one thing to point out is they knew Labby was clearing his Raptors, so perhaps they could have known that he may have been in the area. But still, not a horrendous result. Definitely a good game to be looking for, especially with Lugo pushing up as far as he was.
Thought Labby was about to get greedy a little bit, start going into the jungle since he saw Sejuani backing up, but I guess he got scared by that plant.
And Rafal doing a very good job of keeping Account contained under his tower in this top lane.
That CS lead. Ooh. Already starting off.
Rafal, though, definitely going to have to be very careful of his positioning when the wave is pushed up to tower like this, though, as if he disrespects Account, he could easily be taunted. He could easily have a taunt combo happen under tower and could be forced to flash out or lose his life. Now, as we walk bot side, we see Sir Everett taking his Krugs here, and Yuramove's gonna be back in, gonna be picking up that Frost Fang as Biscuit Hat's coming back into the lane with this Targon's Race.
Get some action going up top.
Got more action going up on top, so we see Rafal raiding down onto Account. Account taking extremely low. He's gonna have to back off. And we see Kitakaru gonna try and back, be interrupted by Biscuit Hat's winners.
Yeah, you just have to respect that corrupting potion damage up top. Like that's a deceptive amount of burn there.
That's definitely a lot of burn, and he can afford to take a lot of trades into this Shen. And Shen's laning phase very dependent upon his W, which basically guarantees him winning a trade for free. But at the same time, once it's down for at least 20 seconds, and you pretty much lose almost all trades for free. So Sir Everett's going to be going on to this as Lugo in the mid lane here. Panic at the top hat going to be flashing, completely missing the mark, but Lugo going to be respect flashing out just to make sure the Sejuani does not lock him down.
More action going on at top. Oh, Account's going in.
Oh
okay.
Man! While we're doing that mid, Account going in and getting the first blood on Rafal. Rafal perhaps not respecting the damage that Shen can put out. And as I was talking about, that W can easily lead to some very easy to win trades.
Most definitely. Looking ahead here, though, like it looks like, yep, they're going for that dragon. I was about just to point it out. Like that's an Earth Dragon. That's perfect for Sir Everett's and his team. If they get that down, they can take turrets much easier, and Jinx can definitely shred those turrets once she gets going.
Yeah, and they definitely do have a decent amount of ward control, but they definitely do have a decent amount of ward control bot side, and Panic at the top hat can be roaming down to help out Sir Everett's and taking this dragon. Sejuani with that passive on her E, able to clear the dragon so fast it can be procced, but Labby's going to be down here to respond. He's going to be spotted out by a ward. It's like Biscuit Hat and JJ Power might consider rotating contest, but it looks like the way Labby's going in, he's taking a Q. Lee Syndrome strikes again as he is forced to flash out. It's like this is Lugo, but wait, Sir Everett's going in on Biscuit Hat and JJ Bell, perhaps stepping towards the fire. It's going to be Luxo from far. Shen being teleported in, Labby being CC'd down by the Malzahar, and that's going to be a kill going to JJ Bell as we see Labby taking down Panic at the top hat. JJ Bell forced to run away though, and this is Lugo, perhaps looking for more over here. Binding goes wide, and we reset.
Well, these guys are thirsty.
Oh, without a doubt. Both teams looking very thirsty here, as that fight pretty much went multiple ways very quickly, as we see Account going to be... Panic at the top hat going to be teleporting into the top lane just to prevent that Urgot from getting some damage on that plating. Yeah. And so one thing to point out there is Account's going to be having a lot of issues, though, because he's down 37 CS, 276, and choosing perhaps to teleport into a fight at a time where he was under so much wave pressure that now he's losing 2 turret platings plus probably like around a wave and a half, maybe 2 waves. So this could be very rough for Account despite having 2 kills, although he is sitting on Bomby Cinder Chain Vest. So Zergot probably not going to be doing that much damage to him, especially before he completes his back. As we look mid, Panic at the top hat going to be pushing in. This is Lugo. And bot lane, Kitakaru, and Yuramoose to be wave clearing this up right now. And Biscuit Hat.
No, go ahead.
Oh, Biscuit Hat showed.
Nope.
And Kitakaru and Yuramoose gonna look to be taking him down right now. Biscuit Hat gonna have been forced to flash over the traps. Yeah, excellent trap placement. And that's burning a flash from Braum. He is perhaps not in a spot he wants to be. That could have potentially worked, but a very unfortunate mistake. He actually accidentally showed from the brush as we see Sir Everett's about to come in top. Account landing the taunt onto Rafal. Good gang setup as we see Rafal flashing away with the safety of Labby. Labby's gonna kick the Sejuani back. And Fear Beyond Death can go down on Account. They're going to throw him in, but Rafal being taken extremely low. Can he get it? No, he cannot. Rafal is going to be taken down by Sir Everett's, and then Labby's also going to be taken down by Sir Everett's. Double kill going to the Sejuani. Panic on the top hand, and this is Lugo going down. It's going to be so much death, so much carnage. This is Lugo also going to be taken down and mobbed by the 3-man strong party of Legends on tap.
I love that both of these teams are just trying to make stuff happen right now. I was about to mention earlier, like, they probably accounted for this. They wanted to get stuff going on bot lane, but, like, man, Shen? Okay, Shen's got a surprisable little bit of a bounty on him now. 600 gold bounty. You get a bounty on Sejuani for 450.
Perhaps a lot of this early game action coming at ill-advised times and circumstances from Labby Dabby Doo here, but as an unbiased caster myself, I don't care. I just like see heads rolling. I just like to see heads rolling in the early game.
We're just here for the carnage, and that's all that matters to us.
100%. We start to see some of the fallout from that. Account's going to be sitting on a 600 gold bounty and 3 kills, and he is still only behind around 35 CS, which at 10 minutes is a very large deficit to have, but those 3 kills going to be helping him out immensely, and he's already picked up a Sunfire cape.
This is just stuff that they're looking for. I think they're okay with having Shen be down as much as he is. They definitely want to center things around Jinx, around that bot lane, so.
Speaking of that bot lane, Kitagaru down about 10 CS. Not the worst. Could be much worse. Jinx is going to be hitting that. He's going to be hitting that late game scaling. And Labby 1898 poking around mid. Maybe he's overstayed his welcome. Sir Everett's going to be going in. That's the ult drop by Panic at the top hat and Dillion bombs. And Labby's just going to be taken down. Kill going over to Panic at the top hat. That is definitely a very rough spot to be in. We see Kitakaru forced to back off from towers. JJ Bell and Biscuit Hat going for the dive. And that's going to be kill going over to JJ Bell. Biscuit Hat doing his best to run, but he gets double bombed and stunned up by tower. Kill going over to Yuramoose. JJ Bell going to get run down by Sir Everett's Sejuani now, giving him the thick fourth thighs as you see an ult over the wall and Panic at the top hat, dropping JJ Bell. And he is going to die. Another kill going over to Panic at the top hat.
The story of this early game so far is just over-aggression by LDD. Lots just got their areas wooded up. They're playing a little defensively on their side, but LDD's just walking in and they're dying over and over and over again. And Lots just doing a good job communicating that and rotating around.
Yes, without a question. And Account is, while we were talking about that, Account has dropped Rafal extremely low topside, and he's going to be dropping the Herald down. And as we see, this is Lugo and Labby looking top to respond. Account going to be going on Rafal. Man, these guys just love trading, but he's going to walk into this as Lugo's Lux binding. Fear Beyond Death being thrown down as Labby goes in. That's going to be tons of ults used. Absolute destruction. Account going into the grinder.
There's a good shutdown going in the way of Urgot.
Oh, yeah. An incredibly useful shutdown for Rafal, who is currently in a domineering position on this lane in terms of CS and in terms of creep score, and until that Rift Herald was plating as well, so some much needed gold going over to Rafal there. And while we were talking about that, Legends on tap responding with that 3-man top from the Rift Herald with a dragon take of their own. He's seeing Account teleporting back top wave here, and look bot. This is the story of the Sivir lane. Kitakaru and Yuramoose just got to play super safe. This is going to be a perennial CS under tower sort of lane, so we're going to see how good those tower CSing chops are. And it appears at the moment that CS deficit has only grown.
Yep, just getting bigger and bigger.
So perhaps maybe not the best under tower CSing. So this pressure looking to be very useful for JJ Bell and Biscuit Hat. And if we compare the platings very quick before they fall in around 20 seconds, we're going to see a 1 to 3 plate deficit for Account in the top lane, a 4 to 4 match in the mid lane, and a 4 to 5 plate deficit bot lane for Kitakaru and Yuramoose. And Yuramoose going to be going in for the CC. Sir Everett's and Panic top hat completing a roam. They're going in. Malzahar gets the ulti down. Sir Everett's Gonna CC them. JJ Bell taken down real quick. Biscuit Hat gets Sejuani ulted, and they're gonna destroy him.
Wow. There's just more and more blood going down. Like right now, like I was just about to point out with JJ Bella and Biscuit Hat, they don't have a lot of board coverage outside of what's been inside that river bush there. They just don't have anything going up. You can see that blue side's tri-bush is warded. You can see that bush just around the corner of Dragon Pit is warded still. There's no sort of like progress forward for their vision, so they can't really see stuff like that coming. And until they get a hold of that stuff, they're definitely gonna have a rough time.
Without a question. And one thing to point out is that ward coverage getting set up by the top lane priority of Labby Dabby Doo earlier as they walk to 3-mana out and stop that Rift Herald push. They get the Dragon and they get that ward coverage that ultimately sets them up for that 4-man roam. But while that is going on, perhaps not as much of a push. We see a Count going to be dropped really low and ulted into Rafal's Grinder and slaughtered yet again. Man. So many Ninja Stars being thrown into that grinder today.
I love it, man. I love it. Let's see.
It's a good time. One thing to point out, though, is with that very proactive roam bot, though, perhaps not enough attention being dedicated to wave control in the mid. Sir Everett's going to go over the wall onto this. Lugo, though, he's going to be getting that stun up, and he's going to be doing so much damage.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if he can escape this, but a very good flash over the binding. Sir Everett's going to be taking down Lugo, and Biscuit Hack going to be forced to run for his life, or face the wrath of the bot and jungle combo. But Sir Everett's going to be taking another kill.
Yeah, I know you love your teammates, but if they're caught, they're caught. Let them die.
That is very true. And Biscuit Hat sitting on 4 deaths on this Braum right now. You know, you really love your teammates, you really want to help them, but you know. Sometimes you just walk. Sometimes you just walk away.
Sivir having an ult away there.
JJ Bell going to be trading that tower for that ult, and it's looking mid, the teleport coming in. Labby going to be flashing in, but ulted immediately by Panic at the top hat and taken down by Kitakaru. Rafal going to be forced to flash away.
So what's the next call here? I think they just reset, get their wave going on top. A little bit of wave crashing in. Take as much jungle as they can.
Yes, this top lane turret going to be extremely important. This Lugo throwing an ult onto Yuramoose, and Yuramoose going to be dropping ult in response. Rafal going to pull him into the grinder, but he's gonna pop right back up, baby. It's gonna be good to go. So one thing to point out is now we have this Dragon gonna be coming up soon, and perhaps that top outer turret, very important break for Legends on tap right now. Now, another very interesting thing to notice is despite the fact they are up 14 kills to 5 with some very proactive and safe early game play, you look at the gold differential and it's sitting only about 1.3k.
Yeah, like it's hard to say what's going to go down right now. Like they have to make this dragon fight happen. I think if they get this dragon, they definitely can take that gold advantage that they have, stack it a little bit faster, make more aggressive calls, try to prioritize your mid lane, so you can get more going on in the top lane. They still have 2 turrets up top. They have gold sitting on the map that they could definitely take, but they just have to play it correctly.
Without a question. And those CS advantages in all 3 lanes and first turret. But wait!
And there's a dead
Zillion. Going to get bursted by Lugo from afar. That is the artillery Lux, but this is Lugo perhaps going to be chased down there, landing the binding onto a Count, but going to be just too much damage coming in. Too many people. Yeah, Kitakaru going to get another kill. But meanwhile, Labby Dabby Doo going to be taking this dragon. This could be dangerous. And top hat looking for some. JJ Bell going to be ulting out, trying to save them. But then Labby getting CC'd by Panic at the top hat and going to drop.
Okay, not an okay call to back off there. I think they would have been okay had they done a little bit more of a turn. They could have probably at least gotten the Malzahar, who was playing very forward there. But yeah, I guess they just wanted to get out as fast as they could.
Yeah, without a question. And that Dragon call, very proactive, but also very unsafe, as you can see by the result of that fight. And Legends on tap going to be able to just walk mid and take down this turret with that massive Jinx. That massive Jinx attack speed. Kitakaru very quickly going to be approaching the stage of the game where this Jinx becomes very, very scary.
It's definitely one of those things that as the game drags on, you have to just constantly worry about Jinx, constantly worry about that scaling. There's not much in the way of that on LDD, but I mean, we saw Lux just isolate somebody and blow them up, so there's always the potential there.
There's always potential, but Rafal going to be face checking this brush. And it looks
Another
like a fight's going to break out. Great taunt by a cow. Lockdown going to be thrown down, and that's going to be Rafal dropping extremely low. The kick away. LDD trying to disengage, but looks like there's going to be tons of chase going down. Good binding by Lugo. And Shenel can be dropped to save Panic at the top hat. Sir Everett's chilling up here in the top side. Could we see some more action? Lugo going to be throwing binds on this brush, making sure
he's fishing.
He's fishing. Legends on tap, looking for this top turret right now with whatever life they have left. Sir Everett's going to be binded by Lugo on the side, and they should be able to get this top turret. Labby going to go in and take the lead. Going to be CC'd up, and Kitakaru going to get the kill on the JJ Bell with that super mega death rocket. This is Lugo going to be forced to turn tail and run.
That was a questionable go-in. Very, very questionable go-in.
Very questionable going. We've been seeing a lot of strange Lee Syndrome plays this game.
That gold lead is surmounted now. That gold lead's up.
that gold lead is definitely up, and it's looking like a 20 kills to 6 bloodbath as we transition into this mid game here in game 1.
You hate to start calling it right now, but it feels like it. The momentum is definitely on the side of Lot right now.
Oh, without a question. We're seeing Biscuit Hat, though, get some good wards down on this Baron side. They do have some ward control.
There's always potential here, like we talked about earlier. Like, Lux has the ability to just blow up Jinx, blow up Zillion before they can get any of those abilities going. Baron's our next big objective on the map. If they get ward control over that area, they look for the pick, they get the right people. I think what happened there is they tried to blow up tanks at that top fight versus blowing up a Jinx or blowing up a Zillion. So if they catch one of the squishier targets, they definitely can do something against this this tanky line.
Yes, very true. Front to back fight, perhaps not what you're looking for at this point if you're LDD, because the tank line coming from Legends on tap, extremely strong right now, sitting on that 5-1 Sejuani, that 4-2 Shen, each on 2.5, that Sejuani sitting on Cinderhook, and Abyssal. That's not Abyssal, yeah, that's Abyssal Mask, never mind, they changed it. And that Giant's Belt, 2.5 items. You look top lane, that Shen sitting on the Sunfire, going to be completing that Warmogs now, so this tank line looking extremely scary. Malzahar, no slouch either with that Ryle. It's going to be slightly more difficult to burst, especially before you get his passive down.
Slightly more difficult to burst and slightly harder to get away from him, too.
But wait,
is real.
Alright, he good. He good, never mind.
Good. It looks like Lot's working down to this Baron right now.
Very much so. Lot just gotta look for those proactive pick opportunities. Gotta look to see if they can leverage whatever ward control they can maintain as we start to see this Baron gonna be started off by Legends on tap. Now, this Lee Sin Smite.
There we go. That's what we're talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Panic the top hat taken very low. Sir Everett's gonna smite away the Baron though, and they're going in. They want more. Zillion ult being popped on Kitakaru, and we see Legends on tap, peeling off as fast as they can. Kitakaru gonna burn flash, but JJ Bell gonna try and run him down. They're all gonna get stuck on the
Oh, they got him!
The Sivir Q! The Sivir Boomerang Blade gonna be taken down. Kitakaru.
Alright, that's definitely a change of momentum now. You can definitely take these lanes, you get your lanes reset. You've got a dragon that's coming up pretty soon. They can work with this. LDD can definitely work with this.
Without a question, that clutch smite by Sir Everett's preventing that Baron from being taken away, and it being an absolute disaster for Legends on tap. One thing I want to point out, that Baron call perhaps slightly unsafe, and Lee Sin with the arguably a smite advantage over Sir Everett's with that Q smite means that it can be very dangerous to secure that Baron, and luckily for them the Baron was not stolen away. But wait, you see this dragon to be started off. This is Lugo going to be binding Sir Everett's and Moose on the back line, and we see another engage coming out of LDD. It's JJ Bell going to be taken down. Moose, and Sir Everett's going to have a Zillion ult on him as Rafal goes in. JJ Bell getting another kill down onto Sir Everett's, and that is a
getting the kills, but the zone control by this Lux is super solid right now.
Without a question, Legends on tap is not doing their due diligence of respecting the massive amounts of damage this Lux can put out, and just random carries, perhaps probably getting hitting by max range bindings a lot. And especially you see in that Baron fight there, Panic at the top hat perhaps being a slight front line, maybe, and you see him chilling in that Baron pit there and getting absolutely slaughtered by one of Lugo's combos after losing his passive. And that very much could have been a tool that they could have used to peel away from that Baron and win a 5v5 for free, but instead a massive momentum shift in favor of Labby Dabby Doo as we see this gold lead going to be that massive gold lead going to be decreased to around 2.8k.
Now, Lot still definitely has a little bit to work with here. Like, they've got some big ultimates that are back up now. They've got a couple flashes that are burned on the side of Labby Dabby Doo. If they act while these flashes are down, they act while this immobility is present for Labby Dabby Doo, they definitely can get this back into their favor 100%.
Easily. One thing I want to point out, that IE Fire Cannon going to be built on Sivir. Not entirely sure if I like that. Phantom Dancer, extremely good pickup on Sivir as it synergizes well with her kiting passive. But I guess when you look at the team comp that Legends on Tap has, having that extra Fire Cannon range can be helpful.
Definitely want to avoid the death range that is Sejuani.
Oh yeah, without a question.
Sejuani and Malzahar at that.
So how quick are your spell shields? Welcome to the salty spittoon. How quick are your spell shields?
Jinx getting chunked to about half there from that Lux ult. They're just doing... Alright, we're all random all mid right now? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we're A-ramming, dude. Gotta push with that Baron. Gotta push with that Baron. You see Lugo doing his best. Wave clear gonna be dropping extremely low, and Legends on Tap looking to pressure this tower out. Zillion bombs being thrown down for pressure. And yeah, just consistent and constant pressure with this Baron buff. While that Baron buff was up from Legends on Tap, but ultimately not being able to do much of anything. These side waves perhaps not being set up properly, so they can't get enough of the pressure that they need. But Labby Dabby Doo gonna be stifled out of their own jungle as Legends on Tap, clearing away a lot of these camps as they look to open up this map even more.
Yep, they're doing the correct thing now. I was just about to say, like, if they had kept the Baron, like a couple people with Baron mid, and just played safely and tried to work that Baron up, they could have got their side waves pushing correctly. They could have gotten more camps cleared out of their jungles. But I mean, I guess they could do it on the back out. That's fine.
That is true, and one thing to remember is with this dual front line from Legends on Tap from Sir Everett, as long as those carries are in position and not getting hit by random Lux bindings, you can start to see Account to take advantage of the tools he has to work with, that teleport, that Shen ult, to get those side waves shoving and ensure that Legends on Tap can really make the most out of that Baron that well, for lack of a better term, could have gotten stolen away and, you know, probably through the game.
See, our next big objective right now looks like it's Baron coming up.
Also got a dragon gonna be popping up soon, and based upon this cool little graphic, you can see which dragon is going to be popping up. It'll be a Cloud Drake if you look in the top left of the dragon pit. Very helpful, especially if you're on the spectator. Especially if you're a spectator, because it doesn't tell us what the hell dragon's gonna come up.
It just looks like an Infernal Drake to me!
When you say Infernal Drake, but you mean Cloud Drake.
Yeah, I know, right? Who would have done that?
Right, not making it easy on us spectators. Rafal gonna get traded on by Account, and they're meat shields at this point. Rafal could be popping the heal from his unsealed spellbook as he looks for more on Account, but he's gonna be forced to run away as Sir Everett's gonna go in. Rafal gonna have a flash. Sejuani ult gonna be burned. Account gonna be dropping the taunt down. Rafal gonna have so much trouble running away from this one. Legends on Tap gonna come in and take down Rafal as a squad of 5 after an extended
That should be an immediate
chase.
rotate to Baron.
Wait, a Lux binding from Lugo, and that's going to be a flash out from
There's
Panic.
a Zillion ult down. Alright, I don't know if Baron's the call anymore.
It could be very dangerous, especially with this artillery coming out from Lux here. This is like howitzer Lux. Labby going into the kill on Account. And Sophat throwing down a silence. Nice job. Hitting about 3 of them. Zillion bombs be used presenting in the corridor. Labby just gonna walk in and get Stunned up. Wait, account flash taunting Lugo. Biscuit Hat going to do his best to disengage this fight, but Lugo going to get chased down here by Sir Everett. Hidekaro with a flash forward. Taking so much damage from JJ Bell, but Lugo and Biscuit Hat still getting run down. The zap from Hidekaro going to take down Lugo, and he is going to go hog wild and slaughter this Braum here. Man.
Yeah, that was just chasing. And you don't have to chase that hard. You lost a member of your team. They push to your turret. Take a little time to reset yourselves. Make sure you're mentally okay before you start rushing down that. Labby just made an aggressive call though, so I'll respect it.
I will. Yeah,
but I'll respect it.
We're starting seeing this Baron going over the Legends on tap here. Finally, boys, we did it. We did not repeat the last mistake. We have a clean Baron going to Legends on tap, and we're looking for those sideways. So those sideways going to be pushed. Let's see.
We've got Shen and Malzahar with TP right now. They can definitely start getting those sideways going and respond with teleports if they want to start contesting Dragon, or it looks like Labby Dabby is going to go ahead and get it.
Labby Dabby going to be taking advantage of the Baron, then back, ensure that they can at least take down that Cloud Drake. So, you know, if there's anything that's looking positive right now for Labby Dabby Do, it is perhaps this 3-Dragon 2-2 advantage, meaning if they could somehow secure an Elder Drake, that Elder Drake could have the potential to be reasonably strong enough to turn a fight. So we see Sir Everett's going to go in on Biscuit Hat here. Biscuit Hat forced to ult defensively to save them, and they're just going to back out and reset.
That's an important ult down for this Baron siege coming up.
Very much so, and Account sitting in this bot lane with no stand united right now means they are not going to want to perhaps push that fight further than it needs to be, and looking to see this mid sieged up right now. And yes, lane selection exactly as it should be right now. Top wave being pushed in. Shen taking a side lane and going to be pushing down that bot lane tower, outer turret real quick.
This is exactly what they want. This is exactly what they need to do. If anything comes down bot lane, they have the ability to rotate over to it without any sort of interruption coming from Labby Dabby Do.
Sir Everett's going to be going over the wall. Rafal forced to disdain himself out of there.
Alright. We're going to have, what, 2 waves now approaching mid and bot, so they should be able to just push in slowly. Let the cannons do the work. Don't go over aggressive. Respond rather than...
Yeah, very much
in this
so.
Situation.
Yeah, he just got... Patience is the name of the game here for both teams, and this game being shown. Oh wait, Yorumo's going to be hitting up by the Lugo Q, and then
Ball's playing a little forward.
Yeah, Rafal's very far forward. Biscuit can be stunned up by the Zillion here, but so far it looks like nothing much is going to happen. But
I want those Baron minions down. I don't know if it's worth fighting for, though.
Panic at the top hat can be taking this mid lane turret extremely low during all that carnage. Lugo can still be fishing for some binds over the wall.
And there's the turret.
That is the turret taken down in the bot lane as Legends on tap look to push into this base and start to break it with this Baron buff. Labby Dabby Do going to be forced to give up this mid lane turret as well. Labby's shown here, waiting in the front line, looking for something, but Sir Everett's going to be going in. Hidekaro going to be jumped on, but it's fine. A cow with a massive taunt on Rafal. Going to be forced to kite back, but the Malzahar ult being dropped on Rafal. That's Rafal going down as Panic at the top hat can be jumped on. Hidekaro with a double kill, a triple kill into the back line with a quadra kill going over to the Jinx. And Sir Everett's going to be taking down Labby over there.
Well,
wow.
All right. Quick and clean. No shenanigans there. I like it.
Yeah, this game definitely could have been much less clean at the end. We see a very clean game 1 victory, especially towards the latter half of that match, going over the Legends on tap.
Yeah, there were moments where that game was back and forward, where it could have gone on either side had they played around their win conditions a little bit better. But man, let's look at these advanced details. What do we got here?
Hidekaro with a massive 12-2 and 8 scoreline on this Jinx. He threw down about 20,000 damage in this game. Definitely making a huge impact here. But JJ Bell slouch at either, despite being on the losing side, throwing down around 17,800 for damage, and Lugo as well dropping over 24,000 damage. So then the question has to be asked, with so much damage coming out from Labby Dabby Do, how do you think they lost this game if they have the tools to do that much?
I think they lost this game simply because they just didn't have a true engaged presence. They tried to interact off of Labby's engages and Labby's dives. The problem with that is you pay the Malzahar tax. You have to exist when Sejuani is on the map, and it's hard to exist when Sejuani is on the map and when Malzahar is on the map when they just stun lock you all day, and you can't get anything off of Labby that way. I think like the damage was there, but if they had something that was more engagey and less early game from their jungler position, they might have turned that a little bit differently. But yeah,
very easily one of the only win conditions in that game in terms of Labby's individual play being for him to look for those flanks and take advantage of the lack of ward control at any given time for the team comp that Legends on Tap is putting out. But it seems for the most part he was just running at them and
running at them, getting ulted and getting knocked up, dying whatever amount of CC that the Legends on Top had. They just pushed it out and stopped any sort of engage or any sort of cheekiness that Labby was trying to get a hold of there.
Very true. Very difficult to be forcing front to back fights against that very strong team comp from Legends.
Who's your MVP on this game, though?
Actually, I gotta give my MVP status to Kirikaru this game. Playing safe on that Jinx, throwing down 12 kills, mopping up those team fights when it counted, and that's not just because I'm an AD carry main. He had a very standout game.
What's the bot say? AD carries can't be MVP?
That is what the bot says, but if you think about it, I'm pretty sure we've had only maybe one ADC MVP thus far in the entire draft, in the entire 2 weeks of preseason. I don't know the stats on that. I'm lazy. I only cast and play. I don't watch.
You're about the same as me then. I'll give you a side pick though. I'm gonna butcher the name because I can't pronounce it. Akout? Is that how we're saying this? Akout?
Yeah, yes. I think we're giving it to Akout. That's what we're going with.
We're calling it Akout. I'm gonna give it to Akout. I think Akout was a sleeper pick that game for an MVP. He played behind all game long, and he was expected to basically get shafted, and then he just came up with sneaky kills on Urgot. He came up with good ults on Jink to protect her, so she could get all of this damage out. I think Akout. You can make an argument.
You could very much indeed make a quality argument for that, and despite giving up so much farm early for that proactive play at bot lane and perhaps casting his lane to the winds, that was shown not to have that much of an effect, is Rafal still not being able to get that much done with that Urgot pick.
Mm-hmm. So adjustments for game 2. What are we thinking here?
Well, I'm thinking in terms of you're gonna have to see more potential. You're gonna have to see more potential awareness from Labby about how to play against particular comps like these, or you should likely take him off the Lee Sin and put him on something that fits his playstyle, that fits the playstyle he displayed that game a little more, just running in, taking those front to back fights. So perhaps something like, say Sir Everett's Sejuani that game, or say something like a Jarvan perhaps could be a very viable pick here for Labby. Now, I really don't have particularly any qualms with the draft in general from Labby Dabby 2, as they do have a counter matchup mid, and they had a good matchup. They had two winning. They, matter of fact, had all of their lane assignments were winning or even matchups. So in terms of a draft adjustment, I don't think that much is necessary unless you just don't think Labby can deliver on that Lee Sin.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. One of the things that can kind of be noted about this game that we talked about a little bit was the vision control on the half of Legends on. They kept their vision defensively. They made sure that they saw Labby coming into the jungle, and if that's the way that we think that they're going to ward up coming into this next game, and that's the way that you think Legends on Top is going to play, or with their vision, rather than aggressively place it forward and look for invades, and they're going to place it defensively, then you can play around that. You can pick your bot lane to be or your AD carry to be an AD carry that can survive by themselves, and you can allow the support to move up and help clear vision. Or you could play a jungler that's a little bit more in the way of escape, or it has a little bit more in the way of a jump to get out, or something like that. Like, Lee Sin's got the mobility, but the lanes from Legends on Top definitely had the lockdown in those situations when he would try to get vision control or he would try to invade and make something happen.
That's very... Okay.
All right, we're cutting out for the next game then.
Yep, we will take a very short break, boys. We'll see you in a bit.